like a diamond in the sky. When the blazing sun is gone, when nothing shines upon, then you show your little light. Twinkle, twinkle, all the night.
Now this will be available, speaking in that line. Next version. It's already Google Translate जो लोग चलाते हैं उनको अभी पता है कि वो बोलता है. But उसी के अंदर वो embed कर देंगे वो engine को, तो everything becomes online. And remember that in 1 minute you get 48 hours of content being uploaded on YouTube. So you need lives and lives to learn from YouTube.
But there is one challenge.
Yeah.
How authentic is the information sharing on YouTube?
What does that mean?
Is there various YouTubes available? How do we know that this is the correct information being shared?
So
because
this
we
video.
are in the learning process.
So this video is by BBC. Is that authentic? कोई भी वीडियो, not just हाँ जी, तो कोई भी वीडियो, because I think we have an indicator inside also ना. आदमी आएंगे, आपको किसी बात बोल रहा हूँ, अगर मैं वॉल बोलूँगा, आपको अंदर से आवाज़ आना शुरू हो जाएगी, तो लपेट रहा है, ज़्यादा बोल रहा है, whatever, right? So authenticity comes with your, I think intuition is there, number one, and number two, you can always verify most of the content. If it's not numbers, if it's not, depends on, it's very, very contextual question. Ji.
PubMed.com. If you want to look at scientific-based things, you look at the writers or the authors, you will find them on PubMed or Medscape because they are publishing on those sites. So this is how you know their authenticity on that. And just look, Google their name, look at what they did. If it's nothing and a big air, then you know they are using someone else's work and whatever. You can sort it through that way. Always look at your resources. It's a very good question. Always. Medscape, PubMed.com. PubMed. So if it's a scientific related something.
So all the technical questions which you already had when you came in today related to social media are already answered there. I'm not saying you shouldn't ask them, but I'm saying it's more detailed answers are there. And it's all like an hour-long tutorial or 2-hour-long tutorial, but each video is only 5 minutes long. And it even has content which is what is a computer. That's how basics. And the language that I've used here is for people who have never seen a computer in their life, or they don't know how it works. And we have beautiful videos available of people who have taken this content and transformed their life within 6 months' time. हमारे चाय वाले बिजनेस कर रहे हैं जो हमारे यहाँ काम करने आते थे, एक है उसमें से ट्रेनर बन गया है. Amazing stuff. उनकी स्टोरी इतनी मजे की होती है कि वो सुन के यार माइंड बाउल करने लगता है, यार इसने कैसे किया? Because we give laptops to everyone in our office. So हमारी चाय Google Talk पे ऑर्डर हो रही होती है. तो शक्ल देखता था और चाय की प्याली देखता था कितनी मांग रहे. That's how he used to bring chai. Now he's a trainer on it. He was a alim. He was not a jahil. He didn't know English, but he still was working as a tea boy. And he transformed his life. Now he goes around and trains madrasas and all that kind of religious sector के लिए हमने इसको trainer बना दिया. जाओ यार इनको भी Twitter पे लगा दो और Facebook पे लगा दो, जो लगा सकते लगा. So, but all that is available here, and I need your questions in order to ask specific answers. If you can tell me exactly what you think is your fear, how can we dissolve that fear? How can we make it better? जो आपके सवाल हैं, if you can tell us, that will be helpful. So, does this make sense? The school system? Yeah, and I need your help on it. आपने पूछा कि collaboration कैसी? फिलहाल we're not looking for any funding. We're not looking for any. If anybody wants to come in and volunteer, you're more than welcome. If you have any more ideas, the most thing which I look for right now is ideas, because you have ground experience. I would have never even think. To me, it's a fantasy कि 1500 में आदमी मिल सकता है. To you, it's a reality. So, and both are right. So your fantasy, my fantasy, and your reality are meeting. That's phenomenal. So similarly, जो मैं कर रहा हूँ वो आपके लिए फैंटेसी और मेरे लिए रियलिटी है. तो अगर आपके पास कोई मुश्किलात है, जैसे आप केक बेच रही थी, आप इस कौन बेच रहे हो? केक वाली चलेंगी? राजे कौन? So वो पीछे वो बेटा मेरा जो है वो भी केक बेचता है, इसलिए मैंने उसके कान खड़े हो गए वहाँ पे कि कौन है केक वाला. So I wanted them to meet actually. But Facebook is an essential tool in my opinion right now to collaborate and communicate. because if you don't exist there properly, it's very difficult to collaborate now, because we all live in very high distances. एक और जो बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम मैं समझता हूँ ओवरऑल, क्योंकि मैं ज़्यादा बच्चों से बात कर रहा होता हूँ, इसके हमारे मुल्क में एक ह्यूज ब्रेन ड्रेन हो गया. आज मेरे सारे मुझे बाल गंजा कर दिए नाई ने. वो बच्चा कहने लगा मेरी ख्वाब में ऑस्ट्रेलिया चले जाऊँ. Now if everybody leaves the country, then who lives behind? The people who live behind are people who are either not getting a visa like me, and people who are either have parents here or some kind of other personal issues. Otherwise they don't want to live here. So the problem, another problem is the vision is gone. The people who can actually show you things, who can motivate you to stay and do things are gone. So Facebook enables us to actually have better mentors also. So we can have mentors over Facebook who can actually see, and my first request to you all is be my mentor. Tell me if I'm doing anything wrong, please point me to the right direction, because I know the destination of million businesses, but I really don't know how to get there. So I'm doing my best on how I know to go there. So if you can go and get me those people, I have the funds available, but I need the people. I know how to train them, I know how to get work out of them, but I don't know how to find 1500 hours.
Of course, we can make a joint venture.
But this is for non-profit. Allah miyan ke paas jagah split kar lenge. Till then, this is what it is.
I'm not going to put a question, but a little commentary I want to make. There is a need of creating awareness.
I agree.
Due to utilizing different platforms.
Agreed.
And it is better to select platforms to create awareness.
Like for example, इतनी मुश्किल बात ना करें.
नहीं मैं बहुत जाहिल आदमी मैं क्या
मैट्रिक पास हुआ उससे जाहिल नहीं कर सकते. मैट्रिक के बाद स्कूल नहीं गया कभी. So please.
नहीं, utilizing different platforms like NGOs, institutions, universities.
For awareness.
Yes, of course.
Majority of the
Because
time.
people don't have awareness.
तो कैसे आएगी awareness?
It is better to create awareness.
How?
मतलब you have to initiate something.
How? क्या करें? आवाज बच्चे से जाके लाने लगे. क्या करें? करें क्या? What should we do? What is
Delivering lectures and prayers.
This is 40 people. This is going to go out to another 500 people or 5,000 people. That's what we are here requesting you to record everything. Instead of telling, so for example, if you ask me YouTube क्या होता है, मुझे चलाना, रिजवाना मुझसे दो तीन पूछ चुके हैं, आप पूछो उनसे मैं दो तीन पूछ चुका मैं वीडियो देख रहा. Very simple answer, because why should I give answer to one person when I can multiply myself into 10,000 people? And that is the scalability which I want you to learn. So for example, you're saying we need to go out and spread word about it. This institution which is here, which is doing a phenomenal job, can do gazillion times more for this phenomenal job. He was pointing himself, because the media normally shows us the bad side of everything. So we have a social media now. आप जाएं अपनी अच्छी कामों की तस्वीर वहाँ लगा दें, and don't just put photos, put videos. It's just तरीक़ा-ए-कार का फ़र्क है ना. अब तो इंटरनेट हर जगह अवेलेबल है. 400 रुपए का अनलिमिटेड इंटरनेट कराची में पूरे पाकिस्तान में मिल रहा है. 400 रुपए is a bearable fees now. अब स्कूल के बच्चे की फीस भी तो उससे ज़्यादा है. You can have it if you want to have it. Awareness के लिए I think I'm doing whatever I can. So I have always worked without money. So if you give me $1 million and say, "Look, go spend it," I would have no clue what to do with it. So I find ways where I can do things without money. So my philosophy has been to go to PTI, go to PPP, go to MQM. उनको leverage दे रहे हैं, हमने tools बना के platform उनको दे देते हैं, वो खुद ही market करते रहेंगे. वो एक अल्ताफ भाई announcement करेंगे, सारा media खड़ा होगा. Very simple. So our philosophy is we're trying to do it differently. So why not? जी अगर women empowerment का आपको काम करना है, अल्ताफ भाई सर पे हाथ रख दे तो काम आसान हो जाएगा. Very simple. Right? So let's use the leverage which is available, and I don't worry about things which are not available. Like it's too expensive हो जाए, and if something falls along, just NAFTEX has $24 million available for funding for our training project जो हम कर रहे हैं, and I refuse to take it. I don't need that. I would have no clue what to do with it. You do whatever you want to do with it. For me, you just tell me what you want out of it, and we'll make it for you, because it doesn't cost a lot of money, it doesn't take a lot of time. I spend easily $6,000 or $5,000 a month on, I've already done 70 ventures. We have a list of it. We're doing rice, we're doing, we have started to kill portals, because I started thinking a different paradigm. फॉर एग्जाम्पल जब आपको 100 बिजनेस ऐसे बनाने हो जो 10,000 दफ़ा रेप्लिकेट हो सकते हो और हर बिजनेस 30,000 रुपये महीना भी कमा के देता हो, so you have to start thinking in a very different mindset. मेरा फ्लिप इसमें मेरी वो है हमारे पास वन वीडियो, so वीडियो मिल गई है, can I play that?
It's on the right side.
Copy this one. So I started thinking in a different mindset, thanks to her, and then we started. Just for example, we were going to university. Now, agriculture university वाला कहता है हमारे पास तो कोई लेने ही नहीं आता, हमें ये प्रॉब्लम है, हमें ये प्रॉब्लम है, हमें वो सारे लोग प्रॉब्लम बता रहे थे. हमने वीडियो बनाना शुरू कर दिया प्रॉब्लम. And after recording that video, we started putting them on a certain website. So for example, rice-related all problems are available on rehanrice.com. And solutions are also available on that. So health sector, for example, a lot of you are working on health sector. So we started creating a portal called Rehan Health. Everything related to your health issues will be available. यानी कि ghusl करने से लेके वुज़ू करना, दूध कैसे पिलाना है, everything which you think of, we're putting it on there. Same format, you can download anything you want. You can download it on your phone. A DVD can be bought for 24 rupees. You name it. So, मुश्किल को हमने एक जगह तो रखना शुरू करें ना. So you guys are all here related to health sector or education sector or an empowerment sector. Women empowerment मुझे तो पता भी नहीं है क्या होती, क्या empower करूँ मैं. So let's create another portal. जितनी आपके पास इल्म है वहाँ रख दें. आपके पास भी women empowerment वाली एक और है, उनका भी वहाँ रख दें. आधा काम तो आसान हो गया भाई. ये अब सुनना तो पड़ेगा किसी को जाके कि यार ये बना तो हमने दिया है, but that the next I think the next phase is even more difficult. I was just talking to the CEO of Badr, Operation Badr. I don't know if you remember that. Operation Badr educated like 1 million people or so as a typist or something in like a year's time or 2 years time. Phenomenal software programmer. Phenomenal growth हुई थी. 12 साल पुरानी प्रोजेक्ट है. तो मैं उनसे कहता हूँ कि कंटेंट का तो मसला ही नहीं है, लोग अंदर से मोटिवेटेड ही नहीं सीखने के लिए. How many of you use YouTube to search? 5 people. Wow, great. गानों के अलावा. Right? So, but everything is there already. You think of anything, you can go and. How many have heard of synthetic biology? Wow, I never heard of it up till 2 days ago. And I found that there's a new science called synthetic biology which I could go and study online and start making my own proteins and start making diesel oil out of water with sugar. पानी, चीनी वाले पानी से हम डीजल बना सकते हैं somehow by creating your own proteins and bacteria and all that stuff. What is this? कौन सी दुनिया में रह रहे हैं? तो जो आपका सवाल था ग्रोथ का, हो रहा ये है कि अगर हम अभी तो हम एज अ कंट्री हम बहुत बेसिक्स में पढ़े हुए हैं ना, बट जब हम इनसे निकलेंगे, जैसे इसके ऊपर आएंगे तो और मसाइल आएंगे सामने. तो अब जो जॉब्स हमें आज तैयार, जिसके लिए हम आज लोग तैयार कर रहे हैं यूनिवर्सिटियों में, वो तो जॉब्स ही नहीं होंगी. तो हम वो जॉब्स वो PhD करके करेंगे क्या उसका? तो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू थिंक कि हम ओवरऑल 5 साल में कहाँ जाएंगे, 10 साल में क्या होगा. आई अंडरस्टैंड कि वो एक मुश्किल सवाल लगता है क्योंकि ये नहीं पता होता हुकूमत कौन सी होगी, पॉलिसी क्या होगी. इट्स डिफिकल्ट, बट still we have to plan कि जी where are we heading. So do we want to fix it overnight, which will never happen. We have been trying for a long time, but if we try to fix it 3-4 years, 5 years plan, yes, we can go towards that. So the content I'm building right now it can be used now, but at the same time it will be used in my opinion 3 to 4 years पे बहुत ज़्यादा commonly ये चीज़ें आम हो जाएंगी. तो हम जैसे आज YouTube Google को सोचते भी नहीं है, या ईमेल को ले लें. मुझे अच्छी तरह याद है 15 साल पहले मैं ईमेल बेचने की सर्विस शुरू करी, तो एक बहुत बड़ी शफी टायरडीज वाले हैं, उनके घर में दावत थी. बेटा तुम क्या करते हो? मैं ईमेल बेचता हूँ. वो क्या होता है? अच्छा, and that they put up the largest ISP service later on, and that's how 15 years ago. It's not like right?
Let's teach how to fish, not offer free fish. Supertech Foundation is creating 1 million new businesses by creating 100 micro-enterprises that can be started